Alright, I'm only doing this one more time. What's good, B? How you be? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Supreme Stream, or Supreme Scene, I guess. But it's your boy Pastor Herbs, and I'm here to teach you guys about how to become a better Tekken player, and this is my tutorial for beginners. And the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys right now is defense, and why defense is so important. It's good to know combos, it's good to know strings, it's good to know how to do certain moves, but defense is really what separates the men from the boys, basically. Alright, the three things that you need to know about defense are gonna be: number one, movement; number two, blocking; and number three, punishment. So let's put it in with movement first. Movement is pretty simple to grasp when you think about it. You have moving forward, moving back, you have side step left and right, you have side walk left and right, and you also have back dash. So back dash is inputted by pressing back. To dash forward, you're going to be pressing forward, as you can see here on my display. To do a side step, you're going to press either up or down. Just tap it ever so slightly. You're not really holding it down, because if you hold it down, you'll get a jump. Or if you hold it down to do down, you'll do a crouch. But these are important to know too. It's important to know how to do these specifically, not to do something on accident. So if you want to do a sidewalk, you're not just pressing down and you're going like this to get a side step. Even though side steps are good, you're not doing a side walk or a side step on accident. You're doing what you actually want to do. This is why doing movement is a very important thing. And second, a lot of the things that go inside of Tekken gameplay, is going to be how you get around, how you create an opportunity for yourself by either getting closer to your opponent at a fast pace, getting away at a fast pace, or just being in the right situation in the right spot. X is blocking, right? So I'm gonna put Kazuya on guard all, and I'm gonna explain blocking to you guys. Again, this is a beginner's guide, so very, very beginner for someone who has no understanding of what Tekken is, how to play it, and what to do. This is called blocking. I have him on guard all. He's blocking every little thing I do. Any attack I throw at him, he's gonna guard it, which is great. Now, again, I have Kazuya on guard all. A good thing to know when it comes to movement and when it comes to blocking. If I have him on standing guard, there are three different kinds of attacks. You have highs, mids, and lows. So with the highs, mids, and lows, if you're doing a standing guard, you're gonna block all highs and all mids. But the second I go for low, oh, look at that, I'm hitting him. That's because you're doing a standing guard. If you stand still, if you literally stand still, and it, let's say your opponent does some sort of action. If I stand still, right, and I have Kazuya do some moves on me, I'm gonna block everything except for the lows. Standing block, I'm not even touching my controller, I'm just standing still. I'm blocking everything, the highs, the mids, but not the lows. In order for me to block the lows, I would have to actually hold down back. Now this string is really important to use as an example, because if I try to hold down back in the whole thing, I'm gonna get hit by the mid. Because when you are guarding, I'm gonna take him to crouching guard. When you're guarding with the down back, you whiff all the highs, right? And you block every low. But mids, you're gonna get hit by mids, because mids are right in the middle. I don't know if you guys remember, there was this Kids Next Door game I used to play on CartoonNetwork.com. It was an old game, and it basically had the same concept. It was like I think it was number 5 versus the pirate guy, and we were doing attacks with the sword, and if you went for a mid attack while you were trying to block low, you would get hit by the mid attack. And I think that's a great example. It is pretty much the same thing. It's a very simple concept to learn. And that's why it's important to know like what kind of attacks you're doing, but it's important to know when you're defending how you want to defend. All right, next concept is going to be, again, after I said movement, after I said blocking, I said punishment. Punishment is the next thing. So again, with the movements and everything and people doing attacks, punishment is really key, because when you're blocking, being defensive, when you're moving away, being defensive, you're going to have an opportunity where your opponent's going to pull out some stupid move. They're going to do something, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hit you. I want to attack. I want to win so bad. And then what you're going to do is punish them. This is really, really key stuff right here. So let's start with the move. Let's say this move, right? Let's do roundhouse. Let's do roundhouse. So roundhouse is going to be a move. Comes out of 12 frames, and it's -9. We won't get too deep into frame data today. We'll save that for another day. And this move is really good, right? It's a high. It hits. It has counter hit properties. That means after counter hit properties, you can get a long combo with that. But the thing about it is high, right? So anytime you want to make sure that you're actually punishing your opponent, you'll see the blue words punish come up on the side of your screen. Now again, as we've already discussed, this move is a high. So all I have to do to punish this move accordingly is duck. And then I could do something like a small little dig jab. I can poke him low. Or what I can do, what I've been doing, is while rising 4, I'm letting go of the duck movement, and then I'm pressing 4 as I'm coming up to get the punish. That's how simple a punish is. Now again, with a punish, you can make it so that not only are you just ducking it, you can have it so that your opponent is completely far away from you. They're just throwing out the move. Look at this guy. He's just throwing out the move from far away. He's not even close to me. Look at this idiot. Boom, punish. I know that, and that is a concept. It seems very hard, or oh come on, Herb, my opponent would never just stand there and do that. You'd be surprised. Your opponent is going to be doing dumb stuff all the time. Your opponent is going to be doing really dumb stuff. They're going to be doing stuff like, let's say this, for example, right? Again, with punishment, punishment is not just like moving away and then doing something when your opponent misses the attack, which is called whiffing. It's not just when your opponent whiffs. It's also when your opponent does a move that is negative frames. Now, let's explain frames really, really quick, because we don't have a whole lot of time. I want to make this as brief, as easy as to understand as possible. Every move has a certain startup frame. That means the amount of time it takes for the move to come out. And it also either is going to be neutral, on block. I'm not going to talk about hit, counter hit. I'm just talking about on block for right now. It's going to be either neutral on block, minus on block, or plus on block. And when something is either plus or minus on block for the opponent, the number is always going to be the same for you guys, plus and negative. So when Kazuya does this move, on his side, as you can see, he is -14. And I am +14. So if I do a move that comes out in 14 frames or less, I can punish him. So we'll start from the beginning. I can punish this with a jab. 10 frame jab, boom. 11 frame jab, boom, punish. 13 frame move. Now again, that can happen kind of fast, but as you can see, I'm doing the move. The move on my side comes out at 13 frames, and I'm doing it as soon as his move is over with. That's how I'm getting punished on my side. This is a true punish. He can't do anything about this. He cannot block this move. He cannot block this move when I do this move. He cannot block that. It comes out at 12 frames. He cannot block that. It comes out at 14 frames. Hold on. There we go. He cannot block this move when I do it after he does that move. Let's do something else really, really quick. Soul thrust. This move comes out at 20 frames, right? It's -12. So I gotta pick a move that's 12 or minus to get a punish. Super simple concept. If I try to duck this move, if I try to block this, by crouching, I'm not gonna be able to block it. If I try to stand still, don't touch anything, block it standing up, I can block it. It's a mid. If I want to get away by using movement, oh man. All I have to do is sidestep to the right, and I can get away. And guys, that's about it for the first tutorial. I'm glad you guys were entertained. I hope you retain some of the knowledge. Again, defense is gonna put you ahead of the curve, way down the line. Even right now, as you're starting as a beginner, I am telling you so much. You gotta learn defense. It's the best. It is the best, but that's it. That's all the time I have for today. That's it. It's your boy Paz the Herbs. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.